Hello friends, welcome to the new episode of REaCH, Robotics for every child. I am your host, Flight Lieutenant Manoj Jamsandekar, Founder Director, Qurious Mind Infotainment Pvt. And as you know, we are going to make robots from QurioREaCH kit. QurioREaCH kit, where to get? You can get the kit from one of our business partners. You can find the list of our business partners in Goa on our website www.curiousmind.co.in. So rush to our business partners, get the kit and start making the robot. Today we are going to make a seesaw. You have played on seesaw many times, isn't it? So let's try to make one seesaw ourselves. For that, what we need is, we need 2 C plates, 1 L plate, 1 single bar, 1 big gear, 1 medium gear, a motor with motor shaft, small axle, few flat rotators, few L connectors, nuts, bolts. We also need the longer bolts this time. We need 2 1.5 inch bolt and 1 1-inch bolt. In addition, we need wire and remote control to operate our robot, and of course, screwdriver and spanner. So let's start making the robot. Take a C plate and a L plate and connect them using 2 0.5 inch bolt and nuts. We can connect them at the center. So if you see here, these are the horizontal slits, one group of horizontal slits, one group of vertical slits, again horizontal slits, and then there is vertical. I am going to attach it here. And we have to tighten them using spanner and screwdriver. We know we have to hold the spanner in our fingers and then rotate with the screwdriver. And the second one. So we have created the base and the mast, and now we will attach the motor. We know for the motor we have to always extend this motor shaft and then remove these 2 screws. And then place the motor where we want. In this case, I am going to put it in this vertical slit. One of the motor screws will be put in this vertical slit, whereas the other one will be putting in the horizontal slit. Motor screws, they should be easily going in. If you find it difficult, you find it hard, that means the alignment is wrong. You need to realign them and put them. They should be easily going in. And I am tightening them now. So we have put the motor and we will put the gear. We want the seesaw to move a little slower, and that's why we are going to put medium gear onto the motor shaft. So I am going to put the medium gear onto the motor shaft and of course lock it with a shaft lock. The black color ring type part, we are going to lock it with the shaft lock. So we are now done with this. We will keep it aside for a while. We will create the rotating assembly. For that we will take big gear and we will take a 1.5-inch bolt. And the gear has a side where there is a big circle and a side where there is a small circle at the center. We are going to put this big side circle onto the axle. So, our bolt should come from behind like this. So, the head is onto the big side of the circle and tail onto the small side, and then we will lock it tightly. So, I will use the spanner. This is very important. We have to lock it tightly. Okay, so this part is done. Now we have to mesh this gear with this gear, and for that I see I need a hole somewhere here at the top. And when we need a hole, we use the flat rotator. So, I am going to put the flat rotator in a slanted fashion like this. Through one of the circular holes, I am going to attach the bolt, and the second circular hole will be used to insert the axle. I want to tighten this, but this hole might move here and there. So, what we do? We put one bolt here just for locking it for a while, till the time we tighten it. Once we tighten it, we will remove that. Okay, so it's tight. So now I will remove this bolt. Let me check whether the alignment is proper. So I'll put this axle, I'll put this from hole and see, yes, the gears are meshing, the alignment is proper. Now I will put one shaft lock from behind the gear. I am going to attach certain assembly here, and that is going to rotate. So I don't want this shaft little too much ahead. So I am going to put it back and attach a shaft lock. I'll again keep this aside, and we will make the push-pull rod. Now this rod is going to rotate using this gear and is going to push and pull the things, and that's why we call it push-pull rod. In a push-pull rod, we always create two holes at two ends of the rod. Now this time I want a hole into the second slit. I want a hole here. So I'll put that here. I'll put one aligner only. This is aligner. This is not, I'm not going to tighten this. This is just an aligner, and I'm going to attach this using nut bolt. Now if you see, the head is on to the opposite side of the flat rotator and tail is on to the side of the flat rotator. I will tighten this. Once tightened, I will remove this aligner. I want to make one more hole. This time the flat rotator, I am going to put it from rear side. So if you see, the flat rotator is this side. Now the flat rotator is going to be on the rear side, and I want a hole at the end. So I am going to attach the bolt on top. Again I will put one aligner here, and I am going to tighten the bolt which is at the top. Okay, so this is our push-pull rod. Our push-pull rod is ready. Now we will create our seesaw seat. So this is going to do seesaw. So let's create that. For that we need a hole. So I am holding it this side. If you see, there are 3 holes here and there is a slit here. So I want these 3 holes this side, and then attach a flat rotator. One more flat rotator I will need from inside, such that there is this hole which is going to be free hole which will be at the center, and for that I will put the bolt from the other hole in the middle slit at the end, such that the center hole or the hole is at the center. Again I will put one aligner for time being, and then put nut onto the bolt which is at the edge, okay, and then tighten that. I will show once it is completed, I will show you how it looks. Okay, tighten, aligner is removed, and now you can see that there is a flat rotator from inside here. Bolt is connected this side, the vacant hole is at the center. So that's going to be our platform which is going to do seesaw. Just for the decoration purpose, we will attach 2 seats. So I will attach one seat this side, I will use one L connector and connect it. That will act as a seat. This is a cosmetic part, this is not a functional part. It looks nice. And I will tighten this as well. Okay, so this part also is ready. Now I have 3 assemblies which are ready, and I am going to join them together to complete our seesaw. Don't worry if you have missed this episode, or don't worry if you don't have kit now. You can still buy the kit. You can go to one of our business partners in Goa who are available across 10 cities. You can find their details on our website www.curiousmind.co.in. Go to them and ask for QurioREaCH kit. REaCH for robotics for every child. You can take the kit, watch this video, and you can make this robot. Let's move further. This push-pull rod, this hole which was vacant here, is going to be put on this 1.5 inch bolt. Now if I put this here, and when it rotates, it's going to hit here. So what I need, I want this at this space. So there is a space in between. So I will do is I will put spacers. I am putting 3 spacers. Sometimes you may need 2 spacers. So you need to check that this should not touch the shaft. That is most important. And then I am going to put a nut, but this nut is going to be loosely coupled, so it is only hand tight. I don't want this nut to be tightened with spanner or screwdriver. Okay, this is, we'll put another one, let's see. Yes, so this should easily move. Okay, and now we are going to attach this. For that we need a fulcrum point, which is another 1.5 inch bolt. This bolt we are going to attach here at the top of this slit. And we have to tighten it. Okay, I need to take it slightly up. And tighten it. Okay, so now we will put this on our fulcrum point which we just have attached. Again, if you see, if I want to put it here, I need some space. Because I need some space, I will put spacers. So let me put 2 spacers here. And the circular hole which is vacant right now, we will put that onto this. Okay, and then we will attach from inside a nut, and that will be loosely coupled again. And now is the last step. We'll take 1-inch bolt. Okay, put through this hole. We will lock this 1-inch bolt using a nut. Okay, and then pass it through the hole. There are 3 holes here. We are going to pass it through the hole and lock it using a nut, again loosely coupled. Loosely coupled. So let me reiterate what we have done. We made the base and the mast. We made the base and the mast. We used a C plate and L plate for that. Then we attached the motor. Onto the motor we attached the medium gear. We locked it using the shaft lock. Then onto the big gear we connected 1.5-inch bolt. We tightly secured it first onto the gear, and then we used an axle to put this gear which will mesh with this medium gear. We locked them together here, put some spacers and put the push-pull rod and push. Then we used the platform, and for the platform we connected here one fulcrum point. Fulcrum point is another 1.5-inch bolt, and we mounted it there. We connected the nut which is loosely coupled. We connected 1-inch bolt here, connected the nut loosely coupled, and that makes our seesaw. Let's see how we operate it. Now if you don't have the kit, I told you, buy the kit. The kit is available with our business partners, and their details are available on our website www.curiousmind.co.in. You need to ask for QurioREaCH kit. So I have connected the wires to the remote controls connector. I have used my finger behind to support the connector. Same way I am going to do. I am going to use my finger to support the connector here, and then insert these wires onto the motor. The wires are connected, and let's see how the seesaw works. Okay, if you can see, the seesaw is moving on quite nicely. It's going down on one side a little bit more, on other side a little bit less. So we can adjust it? Yes, we can adjust it. Instead of putting this in the last hole, if I remove this and put it in the second hole. So I am going to take it a little closer. I'll put it in the second hole, and let me check before putting the nut itself. Let me check whether it works fine. Yes, perfect. Now on both sides it is tilting equally. So I'll put this nut to finish my seesaw. Okay, so this is seesaw for you. I hope you liked this video. Please make this video, operate it, and do let me know your comments in our comment section onto the YouTube channel. This video will be available on our YouTube channel, and you can watch that video, buy the kit, make the robot, and post the comments. We'll come back with another exciting robot next week. Till then, happy making.